Okay, we are so close to trying this bad boy out. So there's a couple things left. We downloaded the app, and at first we failed to read the user manual, and then we referred to the user manual and figured it out. So I will pop an icon of the dual view app up on the screen. That's what you need to get. It's literally just called dual view. There's a dual view There's a couple dual view video editor, etc., etc. I don't know. You just want the one that says dual view. So that's the app. If you try to open it and you don't have it hooked up properly, you're going to see a black screen and you're going to be wondering what to do like we were. So what you do is this is actually emitting a Wi-Fi signal. So that's a little technically advanced. So when you turn it on, it's going to start emitting the Wi-Fi. You need to log into that Wi-Fi from your phone. There's no password, no nothing. Just select EMBSX Wi-Fi and then open up your dual view app, and you should see the camera displayed on your screen, which you're going to be housing right here. So you'll be able to see exactly what's going on while you're grinding. So very, very cool. The one other thing I failed to mention was this right here. They recommend you put 2 drops of the oil they supply into your air connection right here. So 2 drops before each use. And it also said if you are going to be winterizing, you know, maybe you're in a cool area where it gets snow over the winter, you're not going to be using your blade sharpener for 3 months potentially. They say put 5 in it, run it very quickly to lubricate all the internals, and then shut it off, store it, and you're good to go. So I really think there's nothing left to it but to do it. So it does run on air, obviously. So we have our hose, we have our compressor. We're going to get it hooked up, get the phone in place, get the Wi-Fi connected, and we're going to get to grinding. Ready to go?
It's recording.
So I am about to show you the EMBSX in action, but I do want to say real quick before we get into this that I had no reference material. It was my very first time using it. We literally had unboxed the machine right before we started grinding it. It only had like a half hour of charge on it. They are sending the units charged now, so you don't have to worry about that. But I was trying to learn how to use it, learn how to use the app, all this kind of stuff, and I didn't have any video like this to watch or anything. So the first video here of us using it is, you know, not the best example. If you watch the guys from Norcore use it, they're very good. And I've used it a couple times now, and I'm so much faster, so much better, and the results are better and everything like that. So it's like anything else. There's a slight learning curve, and at the end of the day, this thing can really save you a lot of time if you have a decent number of mowers in your fleet. So let's get back to the video. Alright guys, I am on my first attempt sharpening one of the blades under the middle of the deck and on the closed end. So right there's where the cutting blade ends. If you know what a blade looks like, you'll be familiar with that little notch up where the blade actually ends, and then we roll all the way back here until we get to the end of the blade. Boom, right on it. So you just get it lined up and then do it just like you do it when you're doing the ones on the end. So far so good. We're pretty impressed with it. A little quick thing. So we have sharpened this blade right here. I'm not gonna move it. I'll go ahead and move it. we have sharpened this blade right here, and it is sharp. It is definitely sharp. What we are thinking is that since we have been grinding these by hand with a hand grinder, just a person is sitting there going back and forth with an angle grinder, that it has gotten a slight little slope to it. So what we are noticing is this is a machine that's cutting at a perfect 30-degree angle is what we set it at. So we were noticing it was taking off the middle of the blade first, and then we finally got to grinding the top, and we had to keep going to grind down to get the bottom, the tip of the blade, which is actually...
This angle here is different than this angle here.
Yes.
Right? So when you want to do it, and you're doing with this new product that we have, it's going to take off this whole back piece and make it all one level. So it's all flat instead of this one being kind of like this, and then this one being like this. So the first time you do it, it's got a lot of steel to take off. So it kind of takes a little bit more work. After that, second, third time, it's already going to be flat.
But we strongly believe that the next time we use this and the next time we use this, it is going to expedite this process because the machine has got that edge back to where it should have been all along. So, you know, if the blades are sharpened really well, done properly, they stay sharp longer. I really think this tool is going to help you get that perfect sharpness each and every time, as quick and easy as you can possibly do it. So if you have a couple of mowers in your fleet and you're sharpening blades every day or a couple times a week, this can quickly save you time and then eventually pay for itself, right? That's kind of the whole purpose of buying something like this. You want it to pay for itself in time saving, labor saving, stuff like that. So we're very happy with how it did on this first blade. We're going to make our way into the middle blade. We have the abrasive wheel on here now, and when we had the carbide bit, oh my gosh, it was like literally a mirror finish. So we'll hit it with the carbide again to show you that mirror finish, but it is crazy. The reason we threw the abrasive wheel back on is because, like we said, we think we need to take down more on this first grind because we just had the human error, just a slight little hump in the middle of the blade from the person just going back and forth, up and down the edge, and it just got a little curve. So the machine is keeping a perfect 30-degree angle, and over time, it's just the blade's gonna keep that angle. So you're not gonna get that man-made hump in your blade. The blades are gonna stay sharp longer, and you're gonna spend less time sharpening your blades for one, and then when you do have to sharpen your blades, it's going to go exponentially faster. I do want to say real quick before I forget that, in my opinion, it is just as important to scrape your deck as it is to sharpen your lawnmower blades. So if you notice, all lawnmower blades have a fin up like this on the back end of the blade. This is actually creating lift where it is sucking the grass and everything up, so you get a nice clean flush cut. If the top of your deck is caked with grass clippings like this, it's not going to be able to get the lift that it should. You're not going to get a nice clean cut no matter how sharp your blade is. It's simply going to be an uneven cut because it was not cut flush from the get-go. So that's what the blade's doing. That's why it's still important to sharpen your blades. And I'm sure there's plenty of people that are going to be like, what about balancing the blades? Because that was a real issue in my other video that almost has 1 million views on blade sharpening, and so many comments, like almost probably 4 out of 5 comments were about me not sharpening or not balancing the blades. And I've never balanced a blade a day in my life. I've never had a single issue from it. The people that taught me to do it never balanced a blade. They had been cutting grass daily for 20 years. My 10 years of cutting grass daily, never had a single issue from balancing a blade or actually not balancing a blade. So if you want to balance your blades, go ahead and knock yourself out. I did read through the manual. Noracor, who actually makes this, they recommend to still pop your blades off and balance them every 10 sharpenings. So just want to make sure everyone knows, like, I'm fully aware that balancing your blades is a best practice. If you want to do it, go ahead and knock yourself out. I'm just saying, I'm not taking the time personally to do it. I never have, I never will. So there's really no need to leave a comment about balancing the blade. But I'm sure there would be plenty but we're going to go ahead and get to sharpening the middle blades where we can't see anything. So it should be interesting. We obviously learned a lot sharpening the first blade, so I'm expecting it to go really smooth and easy, because the thing, once you get it set up, which doesn't take much time at all, figure the app out. If you read the directions, that's quick and easy too. And then sharpen one blade, you're pretty much up to speed on how it goes, and now it's just a little bit of fine tuning. Like anything else, the more you do something, the better you're going to get, stuff like that. But I think just about anybody's going to be able to pick this up. It's a very simple concept. The guys that made this are very smart individuals, so they really thought everything through, laid everything out very clearly for everyone, and simplified it. So there's really not much to it. It just literally you just get it in position and go back and forth, and you're going to sharpen your blades at the end of the day. So super happy with it, and please let me know what you think in the comments. I'd love to hear. Okay, so I just kind of wanted to show you what you see on the screen here. So I am all the way back as far out. I'm on the tip of the blade right here. And then when I roll forward, we're rolling forward, and then we'll get to that little notch in the blade where the actual cutting edge stops. So that is what you see on the screen. So that's really nice. You can see what you're doing down there. You know when to stop. You know when you're on the edge. And just go back and forth. It's really that simple. So here we go. So you can see right here, we've kind of lost our angle over time as the cutting wheel is grinding down the back side of the cutting blade, but we still have not hit this front edge as you can tell, as it doesn't have that mirror finish as the part that got ground does. So this first grind using the EMBSX is taking a little bit longer than it normally would. I can honestly see, you know, 60, 90 seconds and you could sharpen all 3 blades on your lawnmower with someone that knows how to use this, and once your edge has been redefined and actually corrected by the EMBSX.